Hello and welcome. In today's video, we will quickly review the overall functionality of the 3CX web interface. We're going to review placing calls from the web client, transferring warm and cold calls from the web client, starting conference calls, placing calls on hold, muting calls, setting statuses and what they mean, setting custom status messages, setting timed status, and the Q button. This is the 3CX welcome email. This contains all the necessary information to sign onto the 3CX web interface. Please note the extension number, the extension PIN, and the number to check your voicemail. In this case, 9999. There are also two URLs to sign into the web client, inside the office and outside the office. Please note you will always use outside the office, no matter the case. Let's go ahead and copy our web client password and note down our web client username, which is our extension number, in this case 6743. That is how you sign on to the web client. Now that we're on the web interface, let's look at some of the features. The most prominent feature is making a call. You can do this by typing someone's name or by typing a number and pressing the enter key. You may also use the keypad to the right of this box and then press call. You can choose the phone you are currently using by using this drop down here. I have no phones attached, but if you did have a desk phone, you could choose to make calls through the desk phone via the web client. You can set your status here. There are many to choose from: available, away, do not disturb, lunch, and business trip. You may also customize these statuses. From our profile picture, we have a few options. We can see our status, and we can change our password, change our profile image. We can resend the welcome email. We can send a link to the 3CX welcome app. We can download the 3CX desktop app. You can scan your QR code. This is the QR code for the mobile app. And there are also links to the 3CX mobile apps and a shortcut to the settings tab. Speaking of tabs, the one we just were on is the people tab. This allows us to see everyone in the company. For example, we can see our good friend Alan, his extension 6745, and we also have shortcuts to do things to Alan's. For example, we can call him by pressing this. We can video call him by pressing the video. We can chat him, host a web meeting. We can favorite him and unfavorite him, which will put him in our favorites tab. And we can also do different things with different permissions. For example, I have permission to intercom him. I can also leave him a voicemail, call his mobile, or send him an SMS. I can set a reminder, set his status. Since I am a receptionist, I have the ability. The contacts tab allows you to see all the contacts in the company. For example, we have a few contacts here. These are company contacts, and we have a personal contact as well. You can dial them by pressing the call button, or you can edit them by pressing the pencil. In our case, we want to get rid of this contact. Let's change the mobile number on this one. Great. The chat tab allows you to make chats. There are many different functionalities to this. You can either chat directly with a member of the company. You can do a group conversation with multiple members of the company, or you can compose an SMS message to either people in your company, or you can type in a separate number here. You can designate the difference between SMS and internal 3CX communications with the phone symbol next to the portrait. The call history tab allows you to see all the history of calls. You can dial people back or add them to your contacts here if they're not in your contacts, and you can sort by different types of calls. The voicemail tab allows you to view all your voicemails that are transcribed and also optionally sent to your email. If you delete them here, it will delete them from your desk phone. The schedule conference tab allows you to schedule conferences. We can either schedule an audio or a video conference. Both these will have dial-in, but audio is only a dial-in conference. If you'd like to do a webinar, you can choose video. We can also choose a later date. Web meeting allows people to interact with each other and stream their screen or webcam, whereas webinar requires special permissions to turn on your webcam from the host. In our case, we're just going to leave it at web meeting for the sample. And we're going to change it to Microsoft 365 because that's what we use at our company. And you just hit create. We just have to make it in the future, and there we go. You just sign in and it'll create it. You just have to make sure that the time is correct and you can invite attendees, and that'll be all set. I'm going to go ahead and delete this meeting. Web meeting allows you to host an ad hoc web meeting. This is similar to the webinar from before, except it is instantaneous. You can copy the meeting link here and send it to other people. And they can join the meeting that way. The host has a few options. They can mute the chat, unmute the audio, and turn the camera on if it's blocked. The switchboard allows you to see all the calls in the company. Right now there are none. If we make a call, we can see the call comes through. There we are. We can place the call on hold and resume. Use the keypad, and we can also turn it into a video call for internal 3CX communications. Bland transfers and warm transfers are almost exactly the same. To do a bland transfer, you'd simply hit transfer, type the person you'd like to transfer them to, and then click them. Or for an intended transfer, you type the number or person you'd like to speak to. For example, we can type in a phone number here. Press enter. And if the call connects, we can simply hit transfer, and it will transfer the call. I used a fake number so it didn't connect. The settings tab allows you to customize all the web client settings. It allows you to customize the language, the device, your mobile number, your picture, chat settings, and your theme. There's a personalized tab which allows you to change the sort. So for example, we can sort it by first name, last name. And now in the people tab, you'll see it's sorted by A first. You can turn on or off groups if you don't want to see them in the presence and switchboard screens. It's handy for dialing down specific groups. Active calls you can turn off. If you're in queues, you can turn them on or off for the switchboard. Audio video settings allows you to choose which ones you are using. Call forwarding lets you set forwarding based on your status. For example, we can choose when we're away to forward internal calls to our external number, which is our cell phone. Awesome. And we can say external calls, we'll just send them a busy signal. We can also choose to ring my mobile. All you need to do is type in a mobile number. If we go back to call forwarding, we can choose also ring my mobile. And now when we get called, it will simultaneously ring our mobile phone. The recommended way of doing this is by downloading the 3CX mobile app and using the QR code located here. You can change your greetings based on status. You can record the greeting straight from here.
Record your message, then press pound.
Leave a message.
Save message, press 0. Your message saved.
So now that we've recorded our greeting, we just need to change it for our status. And if we dial our voicemail, which is *4 on our extension, in our case *46743, integrations are available if you have a CRM that is supported. This will pull the contacts as well as allowing you to open up the CRM when the call comes through. The BLF settings allow you to change the BLF of your desk phone. If you only use the web client, the BLF settings are unnecessary. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please direct them towards support@ncvoice.io or by calling us at 978-739-8060.